What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So I am completely devastated, disappointed, you name it. So my laptop had some issues, so I had given it for a repair. And they told me that they will be doing a complete factory restart, which means that the entire data from the laptop is going to be wiped off and it's going to be like a complete new laptop. And I was okay with it because I had moved all of the videos in this hard drive that I have, and now I was just about to edit the videos and take in all the videos from this hard drive, because there were around 40-50 videos which I had in this. This is the folder name that I had given. So there were around 30-40 I think 50 videos which are basically update videos. So I shoot the videos in clips and I keep them together, and then when I have the desired result on the Succulent, I combine all those videos together and share it on YouTube. So I plugged in the hard drive and I clicked on the folder. So everything is gone. I mean, like, there's nothing in this folder. I have no clue what happened. I'm so disappointed at this point of time. So I also unplugged it. I did everything possible. I'm not a very tech savvy guy, so I don't have an idea. I just put up one picture now to check and disconnected it. I do see this picture. So it's been an hour that I'm just staring at the screen, because when I click this, it's completely gone. All those 30, 40, 50 videos, update videos, everything that was stored has completely vanished. So there was one video that was still in my Google Drive. My Google Drive was also full. So that's why I had to move everything to this hard disk. So anyways, I'm going to give you an update of what exactly I was working on. So the video was about this absolutely beautiful Echeveria Dusty Rose. The pot happened to fall and break, due to which even the stem was broken and only the crown area was left. I had left the crown area in this pot to air root. The entire process was done of the callus period was done. So at this point, this is on the 4th of November 2024. It started to put out its first roots. These are the pink roots that started to show up. You can see this is where the stem had broken. It is a little bit darker in color, but it's not rot. It has just dried out. So I went ahead and placed the succulent in the same position above the soil. It was kept in indirect bright light. We wanted it to root even more. It was not ready yet. But today, in the present day, this is how the succulent tends to look like. We are going to go ahead and check the roots. And as you can see, the roots have grown really well. They are large enough. They are much more bushy compared to what it was before. Of course, there were some more clips in between which are deleted, but that's absolutely fine. I had another question about the color of the roots. Now, these roots are pink in color. Even if they are pink or they are white, they are absolutely healthy. The only reason they turn pink is because the roots were above the soil. But once we plant the succulent and the roots are beneath the soil, they will turn white. So whether the roots are white in color or they are pink in color, they both are healthy. You do not need to be worried. It's just because they are exposed to light, hence they turn pink in color. Now there was a little bit of caterpillar attack on this succulent, but overall the succulent looks good. It is quite healthy. It is losing out water. So today we are going to go ahead and pot it in a new pot. So over here I have an old pot and my soil. This is a very old pot. I have just painted it and added some decor to it. And this is our soil mix, which is loose, porous and well draining. I will cover up the drain hole with a piece of rock and we will start filling in our soil mix, which is 80% of aquarium sand, 20% of filtered garden soil and a little bit of pumice, also some activated charcoal. Activated charcoal is optional. It's not necessary that you have to add it. Now let's go ahead and
place our succulent into the pot. Now I want to make an arrangement, so I'm trying to make as much space as possible. I'm not putting the succulent in the center. I will be keeping the succulent more on the edge because this succulent is an echeveria. It tends to open up right now because it is dehydrated, hence the leaves are closed inwards, but it will start to open up. So in order to make some space, I'm going to push her quite at the edge, and I'm just going to put the soil like this. The roots will eventually navigate and get into the soil. Now this succulent also tends to grow taller. It also tends to open up further. We will be going ahead and watering it, but not now, probably after a week or so. The succulent is going to do quite well. There is a good amount of moisture in the environment, so it will start to soak up that moisture. So it will start to open up more wider and it will grow taller. This is one of the echeveria that does get a very evident stem. Most of the echeverias do not have a very evident stem that is visible. So let me go ahead and search for some more succulents to complete this arrangement. I'm not trying to make a very compact arrangement, but more of a spacious arrangement. So here we go. We have added 3 succulents. I think that is more than enough. I still have some more space here, but I'm going to leave it as it is. I've just put a rock because over the period of time, this arrangement will start to get fuller. I want them to have enough space with a good amount of air circulation. We have Dusty Rose. The one before the Dusty Rose is Sedaveria pudgy, which tends to grow like a clump. Again, on the right hand side, we have Graptoveria titubans, which also tends to grow into a clump. So we have one Echeveria, one Sedaveria, and one Graptoveria. 3 different succulents in the same arrangement, but they have a very different pattern of growing. Same requirements in terms of sunlight and watering, so that's not much of an issue for me. So that's about it, guys. It's a very simple arrangement. It looks a little bit scanty and spaced out, but as I've said this earlier, it will take another probably 4, 5 or 6 months for it to look fuller. And of course, when that happens, I will definitely give you an update video. Also, I wanted to share the stem that had broken. Now, this is not the original pot. I've put the stem in this pot. This was the stem part that broke when the pot fell, and now it is starting to put up some new pups, which again is going to take some time. But I'm happy. I'm trying to be positive about it. Even though the succulent fell and broke, it's absolutely fine. As you'll all know, I am into propagation mode at this point of time. So probably this was nature's way of giving me another propagation without cutting the stem. The stem got cut exactly where it was supposed to get cut. So that's amazing. So I'm just going to let this sit in this as and when the pups reach a decent size, which probably will take another 6, 7 or 8 or maybe 9 months. So once they reach a decent size, I can separate them from the stem, and then the stem will again start to generate more pups. So in that way, I'm going to have a couple of Dusty Rose succulents that are going to grow. So it's okay, whatever happened today's day probably was not a very good day. It had rained as well, plus the laptop issue, and then a couple of days back I had an issue with this, a month back I had an issue with this Dusty Rose falling. But it's okay, at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. Accidents do happen. But looking on the brighter side, nature helped me to do a propagation of stem cutting. So I'm just going along with that. So that's about it. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.